For today, we're going to talk about quadrilaterals. A quadrilateral has four sides, four corners, and interior angles that add up to 360 degrees. I'll give you an example of a quadrilateral. This figure is an example of a quadrilateral because it has four sides, four corners, and interior angles that add up to 360 degrees. Now, we're going to talk about the types of quadrilateral. The first type of the quadrilateral is the rectangle. A rectangle is a four-sided shape where every angle is a right angle. Also, opposite sides are parallel and of equal lengths, or congruent. I'll give you an example of a rectangle. This is an example of a rectangle because it's a four-sided shape. Every angle is a right angle, and the opposite sides are parallel and of equal lengths, meaning they are congruent. The next type I'm going to discuss is the square. A square has equal sides and every angle is a right angle. Equal sides or congruent, and every angle is a right angle. Or equal to 90 degrees. Opposite sides are also parallel. Fits the definition of a rectangle and a rhombus. The definition of a rectangle that a square has, all sides are equal to 90 degrees. And the definition of the rhombus that fits a square is all sides are equal. I'll give you an example of a square. This is an example of a square. Now, we're going to talk about rhombus, or also called diamond. A rhombus is a four-sided shape where all sides have equal length, same as the square. Opposite sides are also parallel and opposite angles are equal. Or congruent. The diagonals meet in the middle at the right angle. They bisect each other at right angles. I'm going to show you and prove that statement when I give you the figure. This is the figure. So this is an example of a rhombus. It has four sides. All sides have equal length, and opposite sides are parallel and opposite angles are equal or congruent. I mentioned earlier that diagonals meet in the middle at a right angle. they bisect each other at right angles. As you can see, when the diagonals met in the middle of the rhombus, they formed a right angle. So that is a rhombus. Now, we're going to talk about a parallelogram. A parallelogram has opposite sides parallel same as the rhombus and equal in length. Opposite sides and opposite angles are equal. I'm going to give you an example of the figure of a parallelogram. So this is a parallelogram. Opposite sides are congruent. Opposite angles are congruent. And opposite sides are parallel. Now, we're going to talk about a trapezoid. A trapezoid has a pair of opposite sides that are parallel. Only one pair. There is also another type of trapezoid. The trapezium that is a trapezium that has no equal lengths of their sides, meaning not one, even a pair, in a trapezium that is equal. On the other hand, on the trapezoid has one pair of opposites that are parallel and is equal. We also call this the isosceles trapezoid. I'll give you an example of the trapezoid and the trapezium. These are the two examples of the trapezoid. The first figure shows the example of an isosceles trapezoid, while the second figure shows the example of a trapezium. Last but not the least, we're going to talk about kite. Each pair of sides is made of two equal length sides that join up. Each pair of sides is made up of two equal length sides that join up. Angles where the two pairs meet are equal. The diagonals meet at a right angle, same as the rhombus. One of the diagonals bisects the other. Bisects mean it cuts the figure into two equal parts. I'm going to show you an example. So this is a kite. As I said earlier, one of the diagonals bisects the other, and the diagonals meet at a right angle. This is the right angle. Angles where the two pairs meet are congruent. All the description can be seen in the figure. That's all. Thank you for watching and listening. We talk about quadrilaterals and its types.